simple tricks to improve your social skills or charisma, whatever you want to say. Now, first trick, you have to be interested in the other person you're talking to. You gotta ask them questions, and you gotta do this in a genuine way. You know, I imagine talking to someone who answers with one-word answers. Yes, no. Never asks you questions, talks about themselves all the time. That is very off-putting and gets boring quickly. But imagine if someone asks you questions about yourself. Everyone likes talking about themselves. I like talking about myself. It makes for an interesting conversation. And imagine if they asked, you know, intelligent questions as well, thoughtful questions. They know who you are, they know your situation, they ask a question pertaining to that. You're like, wow, this guy's listening. This guy cares. You know what I mean? So get out of yourself. Focus on the other person. Ask questions. Be curious. Be interested. Now look at this guy. This guy's gonna get run over by me. What a dumbass. Don't be like this guy. Anyway, second thing, elevate your mood. Who the hell wants to speak to a Debbie Downer, someone who's negative all the time? Like, this is an example. This is a contrast. Imagine talking to someone like this. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, been alright. Versus, hey man, yeah, I've been good. How you been? Yeah, it's good to see you. See that difference? At least you don't have to fake it. You don't have to like put on an act or a character, but at least raise your positivity. People like positivity. People like speaking to others that, you know, make them feel good about themselves, make them smile. So raise your positivity. It doesn't have to be fake. Although in the beginning, it can be fake, or it can be a bit of an act, just for you to kind of understand what it's like, and then as time moves on, it naturally becomes a bit more natural, right? So, and the thing is, you gotta play it by ear. If you're speaking to someone who's introverted, they likely want to be speaking to someone who's extroverted, and vice versa. If you're speaking to someone who is extroverted, likes talking, likes yapping, they probably want to be speaking to someone who's an introvert, who's a good listener, who doesn't interrupt them too much, who kind of likes to listen to them. So, you know, if that's true, if you're speaking to an introvert and you're an introvert, and this could, I say the word introvert, this could mean to someone who's naturally a bit more quiet. They would want someone to kind of carry the conversation, to kind of ask them questions, to kind of talk a lot, and maybe ask them, you know, good questions, and kind of, yeah, just keep the conversation going. And if you're an extrovert talking to an extrovert, holy fuck, I'm gonna die here. Holy shit, that was sketchy. Fuck me. Sorry about that. I just want to keep living as well while I'm shooting this video. If you're talking to someone who's an extrovert and you are an extrovert, maybe try to listen a bit more, you know, let them talk. And outside of this, outside of charisma and people skills, because charisma and people skills are the thing that breaks the ice. Once you get in, you're kind of able, someone will be always kind of comfortable with you. They're always going to be comfortable with someone that they kind of talk to already, know already. But this is like the start, the first interaction. It helps with that, you know. It helps to smile when you talk to them. It helps to, at least if you, I mean, you have something in common. That is the superpower. That's the boost, because then you can just talk about that. You get more comfortable with each other. And the thing is, charisma and people skills is all about selling yourself to the other person. Your goal is to sell the idea of, hey, why should you listen to me? Why should you give me your time? Why is this conversation valuable to you? Why is this relationship good to keep around? You know what I mean? Why am I talking to you instead of anyone else? So just picture that in mind. In the beginning, you don't have to go all out and sell yourself, but it is an act. You can put it on for certain scenarios. I certainly have in my life, you know. But yeah, that's basically it. And one thing I want to mention as well, which is really important, is some people are just born people person, you know. I certainly believe I'm one of them. And the reason why is when I was, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, my mum noticed that I had a very confident personality. I would talk to everyone. I was very out there. And this was when I was a kid, you know, 2 to 5 years old. I haven't done any sales training. I haven't practiced it much. It just kind of came from a natural place. So if you're someone who's maybe not naturally shy or more introverted, you're gonna have to put in more of the work to get to the level of someone who's just naturally kind of born with it. If that makes sense. But it's a very useful skill in life. It served me very well. It's allowed me to foster many good relationships. It's allowed me to win most of my job interviews that I've gone for. You know, I think I've gone for like 5 or 6 jobs, and I've won 5 of them ever since high school. Was after high school. Jeez, I can't talk right now. I got like 6 hours of sleep last night. Anyway, but look, that's it. I'm not gonna divulge too much. I'll leave it with you. If you feel like, I'll leave you with a question. If you feel like social skills and the art of winning people over and talking to people is something that you really need to master in your life to get your goals or to just live a better life, do it! Do it! Don't be a bitch. Improve your life. Improve any area of your life you're capable of. Anyway, that's it. All right, bye.